Welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Cedric Kennedy. Joining me today is the creator of The Wicked Orchard and co-founder of Comparative Reasoning, Sidra Owens.
Okay, so we've been listening to Amazing Atheist and his synopsis of the presidential debate that aired last night. And for the most part, I was agreeing with what he had to say. Not completely, but for the most part. And then he comes to where Trump and Hillary were the weakest. And he was talking about their response to crime in the community and racism and unfair treatment in the police department. And he was unhappy with how they responded and went out of his way to say they didn't respond to the issue of black on black crime, not because black on black crime isn't an issue, but because black voters want to be treated like their shit don't stink in order for them to get their vote. And see, that shit gets on my nerves because over and over again, post after post, the Amazing Atheist comes out and says, I'm not a racist. I hate everybody. I love everybody, whatever. But when it comes to the issue of black on black crime and blacks being killed by police, they sound like racist dicks. Nobody wants to address the issue. Black on black crime does not happen just because blacks are inherently more violent. So they're just going to kill each other in the inner city because they ain't got shit else to do. It's not about that. Black on black crime happens because they're in the inner cities. They're stuck there. One, there's nowhere else to go. Two, they need money. Okay? They don't have the best education because of where they are. They don't have best access to jobs because of where they are. So criminal activity is the best way to get money. So you're going to commit crimes, and you're not going to drive to the suburbs to go commit crimes against some nice white people or nice Asian people, and then probably get shot by the police or locked up. No, you're going to commit crimes in your own neighborhood, whereas you're more than likely to get away with it. You know, it's not going to be a heavy investigation to figure out who did it. So that's what happens. So lack of education, lack of jobs, lack of money, desperation. That leads to classism. Classism is the reason why that happens. You know, inner city blacks, they're kept in their bubble where people think they should be, and that's it. If they kill each other, fine, they kill each other. If some cops kill them, fine, then some cops kill them. Oh, they don't seem to like that. If they stopped that black on black crime, they wouldn't be getting killed by cops. But they're unarmed. They're not criminals. They're fathers. They're school teachers. What are they doing to deserve to be killed? They didn't move fast enough. They didn't speak fast enough. They didn't do anything fast enough. So they never addressed the issue correctly of black on black crime or racism in police departments. You know, Black Lives Matter has got them all gummed up. So they're like, oh, Black Lives Matter want to be separatists. So they all feel that way. And so I'm going to come from this point of view. An overly logical, elitist point of view from people in their bubble who don't seem to understand what the fuck is going on. They don't understand that it just happens to be black people. You know, it could be a flip of the coin, and it could be a rural area full of white people with no education and no access to jobs and no money. What are they going to do? They're going to steal from each other. They're certainly not going to drive to the rich suburbs where there are other whites and Asians that have money to steal from. No, they're going to steal from each other. It doesn't make a difference what color they are. The reality of it is going to be the same, whether it's Hispanic, black, white, Asian. If they're put in the same circumstances and forced down with the iron boot, the way black and Latinos are in this country, then that is going to be the result. It's classism. It's not the inherent violence of anybody with melanin. And I just wish that they would actually say that and address that instead of going with their own fucking rhetoric that they use on every show, and it makes them sound like racist dicks. They may not be, but they're doing a real good job of sounding like it.
Okay. Okay, you make a lot of valid points. I usually defend The Amazing Atheist. I usually do because I've listened to a lot of his shows. I've heard him come down on people who are racist against black people. I've heard him come down on people who are racist against anyone. He comes down hard on them. All of them do. But maybe he doesn't realize he has a unconscious bias or unconscious disdain. Maybe he doesn't know. Or maybe we misinterpret his words. Maybe he misinterprets himself. Maybe he misspeaks often, or he's just trying to get a strong point out and just keep going. Often when I have a point, people play devil's advocate and they kind of just go against it. So I'm going to give him that benefit of the doubt, that kind of leeway. It's not easy, but it's not easy because he makes it hard to defend them.
And see, here's the thing. You call them fog words. Fog words are the bullshit that the media and the political establishment put out there to blind us to the real issues, like abortion, like racism. Granted, racism is a problem, and it rears its head all the time, but it also masks the true problem, and that is classism. Racism is used to proliferate classism. They keep you where you are and tell you that you're there because you're less because of your color. And it's not that. It's because you're less because you're poor. But everybody can be poor. Blacks are poor, whites are poor, Latinos are poor, the disabled are poor, the mentally handicapped. There's plenty of poor to discriminate against. But you get some situations where some overeager, racist, scared, terrified, eager to shoot cops kill a big black man because he's happened to be big and black, and you got the perfect thing to mask the classism that continues to go on.
Yeah, but he like a bad dude right there.
Yeah, he like a bad dude who couldn't hear him and was trying to cooperate best he could.
He can hear in the other ear.
Bullshit. And okay, I hate it that these people are getting killed. They don't deserve it, and the cops aren't going to get punished. They do deserve it. And they have us bickering back and forth over something that could be easily fixed. Get rid of the racists and train them to not be such scared fucks to think that everybody's out there to kill them. Granted, cops do get killed, but not like that. Not everybody's got a gun in their bonnet ready to shoot a cop in the head. It don't go down like that. But on the other hand, you got a company like Bayer who's buying Monsanto, who is poisoning us slowly but surely. And when folks die in the street, you don't hear about that stuff no more. It's used as fog words. They use people's death as fog words to keep us in the dark so that we don't have to worry about what the real enemy is. They got the cops doing their bidding, keeping us busy. They got the politicians doing their bidding, keeping us busy, while the corporations are buying and selling the country and killing us off slowly.
So what you're saying is a lot of white people out there saying things like this as if their shit don't stink.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there's a lot of white people out there. They rape their daughters. They've abused their spouses. Bill O'Reilly, he's abused his spouse. He neglected his family. He's been cheating. He has bullied people on the air. He's gotten away with a lot of stuff while saying everything like that against black people. Where are the fathers? It's a one-person family. They don't take care of their young. They abandon hope and they don't educate themselves. They don't try to rise out of poverty. Instead, they look for handouts. When Bill O'Reilly gets so much money that he hired someone else to take care of his family for him while going out and being with somebody else. And a lot of people didn't want to get into that.
Of course it don't. It doesn't fit their pretty picture. It doesn't fit their image of what the white family is supposed to be. It's like successful black families, black families who do work hard to take care of their children and teach them and educate them. And there are two parents in the household. Does not fit the narrative of inner city blacks killing each other, doing drugs, and having pregnancies without fathers around. If it doesn't fit the narrative, you sweep it under the rug. So I just wish that people like TJ, the Amazing Atheist, would stop for a moment, stop with the talking points, stop with the rhetoric, and just break down why is this happening? Why does black on black crime happen? Well, why do women have babies without the fathers around? Why are there so many blacks incarcerated? Why? It's all about money and classism. That's where it starts. racism is related to it, but it starts with the classism. The classism is one of the biggest problems in our country, but it's never addressed on his show or the Drunken Peasants. You don't hear about it. And you don't hear about it because no one else is talking about it. I would just wish they would be innovative and step outside their box, their clickbait, their safe zone, whatever it is they're doing to keep making money, and say something else, something different, something real, not just black on black crime. It might as well have been like Trump, law and order, law and order. You're talking, but you're not saying anything.
Wrong.
Say something. Say something else. Say something new. Just think about it from a slightly different point of view. Could it be this and not just what you say it is? More than racism? Could it be the classism? Could it be them trying to keep us all in check? Not just blacks, but all of us that aren't in the 1%? I just wish they would look at it from that point of view and express their intelligence and argue from somewhere different. So maybe people will stop saying that they're racist dicks.